beautiful.
I know Carl's not impressed, as ever. I don't know what your criteria for music appreciation is at all, Carl.
It's just like you build them up as being something really good, and then I hear it, and it's like...
But I don't know what it is that you're expecting to hear.
What we meant to say?
Really good.
What we meant to say? Oh, this is
a mediocre track.
This is all right.
Listen, when you played Simon and Garfunkel,
Yeah.
right, they've got their own unique sound, you know it's them when they sing.
Yeah.
That could have been loads of women who I know.
It could have been loads of women who you know. You only know your girlfriend.
What I mean, Sheryl Crow, sounded like Sheryl Crow to me.
Yeah, but
Well, only superficially.
But man's been around longer than Crow. Who knows what, influences she may have had?
That sounds like a fable, doesn't it? Man's been around longer than Crow. Eh?
But you see, no, I mean, that's just, there's a number... Let's be honest, Rick, I mean, there's not that many great female artists, are there?
Oh, hey, be careful there, Steve. Some of the sisters out there will be disagreeing with you.
I'm not saying that they can't sing a beautiful song, I'm just worried they can't write the material.
I'm thinking of Bush. I'm thinking of...
Aren't we all, Rick?
I'm thinking of arm trading.
That's true enough.
I am thinking of...
Anastasia.
Anastasia.
I know you love Anastasia, don't you?
I love that new one. I love that new one. I mean, I don't
It
like that
sounds
sort
like
of
the
stuff,
other two.
but it sort of there's a good chorus, and I can do her dance. That dance at the end when she puts her arms up. I like
She
that
does
one.
sound like she's a very much the new Tina Turner.
Yeah, no, that's the only one I've liked, yeah. And
Well,
me and Steve think that she's sort of like one of those people that go out with her daughter.
I think the reason is because if you notice, she always wears sunglasses.
Yeah.
And I'm sure that because she claims to be something like 28, I bet she's like 40.
It's like one of those
She's got
40-year-old
crow's feet.
women who come from Essex, but they come with their daughter's 21st, and they're going, your mum's mad.
Yeah.
They think we're sisters. They're like, I'm 40 and
Yeah.
she's
She
21.
always flirts with her daughter's boyfriend.
Yeah.
Where are you going? We're going down. We're going down Millionaires.
Your
I'll
mum's
come down
mad,
myself.
look, your mum's got a bra on. Yeah.
Don't you think she looks like that, Carl?
Yeah.
I can't picture her.
You can't picture Anastasia.
No, she wears glasses.
Sunglasses all the time, yeah.
No.
You're not into this, are you, Carl? You get this whole sort of broadcast thing as just... You're fed up with it, aren't you? You can't wait to finish next week.
Well, it just seems I can't say anything right.
Why?
Well, whatever I say isn't right.
Or funny.
No, but do you know what I mean?
What? Because what are you upset about? Well, I laughed at the urban myth, but not being true. Mm-hmm. Yeah, and...
But one of the things, I'll tell you, that if you take nothing else away from our time on the radio, it should be to be more inquisitive. When a piece of information comes to you, don't just take it at face value, query and question it. That is what has made Ricky Gervais one of the premier thinkers in this country. He will not accept anything on face value. He queries everything. Anastasia, she looks glamorous and 20... Wait a minute, those glasses, what do they suggest? Actually, she's 40, I'm not going to buy her records.
And that's
Things like that.
and that's libelous.
That's potentially libelous.
So, hang on a minute. Roy Orbison then, was he starting to look old?
We're not saying everyone who wears sunglasses is necessarily older than their years.
No, we're not even saying about Anastasia. We're just doing about an image, one of those sort of like ravers that goes to their daughter. It was a little bit of light observational comedy, to be honest, Carl.
You've seen through it, mate.
Yeah.
You've torn it to shreds.
She's not 40. You know what I mean? She doesn't hang out round with much younger people, chatting at their boyfriends. It wasn't true.
Right.
What do you want? What do you want in life, Carl? Tell me now, because me and Steve can probably sort it out.
That is true enough. Come on.
What do you want? What's the best thing?
What would
you
make
think?
your
What
life
song?
better?
If you could play any song now, what would it be?
Well, we're going to be spinning one of my favourites later on.
Killing a Georgie.
Killing a
We've
Georgie.
sorted that out. You've probably got a lovely few gifts you can choose from, just because we got a few signatures on a piece of paper. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
What more do you want out of life?
I always find that...
Do you want a cat? You want a cat, don't you?
It's the things that you don't think you're going to get that you enjoy the most, right?
Go on, like what?
No. Well, like, when you go out for a night and you're expecting just to have a simple little drink and it turns out to be a really nice night, you see people you haven't seen for ages.
Yeah.
Now, the BAFTAs, so sort of, you expect so much,
He's having a go, isn't he?
that when you get there, you get that little bit of veg as a starter, and you think, look at it, they've tried to make it look good, but really, as I said to you, I mean, you don't eat veg, which
No.
I find is mental. But like the starter that we had, that was like, how would you describe that?
It was a veg pie. It was like, I thought, I was starving when I came in there, right? And from the stairs, I could see the tables, and it looked like there was pate laid out, and I was getting excited, I was salivating. Got there, it was a vegetable pie.
I said to Steve.
So,
Vegetable pie.
Okay, someone took mine, I gave it
wasn't a
away.
vegetable
White House
pie.
took mine, didn't he?
Yeah, but Rick, you won't eat anything. We've discussed this before. All you'll eat is pizza and crisps.
Do you know what he said to me in the week? I was picking at my food in the BBC canteen, and he went, right, I'm honestly thinking of stopping having lunch with you. I went, what? He went, it winds me up. I went, what? He said, it winds me up. It winds me up. You won't eat anything. That's a lovely bit of chicken there. You're not eating that. You're not eating that. It winds me up too much. Like you get irritated by people, noise. He said, you eating, it just winds me up, Gervais. And then he went, you're a cock.
Yeah. It really annoyed me. His eating habits drive me mad because he's constantly whinging about the fact that he thinks he's got cancer. Every 25 seconds. Wait a minute, I can feel a lump, I can feel a lump. It's your cock. No, it's not, it wasn't there before, it wasn't there, it's a lump, I'm dying, quick to the hospital. I have been, how many times have you been to, like a doctor's clinic and sat in the waiting room, right? Carl, how many times have you been there, right, with a friend of yours? Twice I've been with Ricky. One time when we were writing the first series of The Office, we were writing in the waiting room for the doctor. Because he had to go in there and have because he thought he had testicular cancer. I swear to God,
I'd seen
he
the thing
thought he
about
had
it,
testicular cancer.
and I just said, so, and he said, I never worry about that again. He said, no, you're not in the risk group and that. The other time was...
But wait a minute, you had to go in there.
The other time was, I thought I had, a stomach cancer, and she went, why? I said, oh, God. He said, when you get a sore throat, do you think you got throat cancer? I said, I've thought that, yeah. And she sort of said, get out of here, you idiot. And that's what I like. I like that when they do that. But I think it's sort of since my mum died of it, and I just think, oh, God, it's in the family. And that's the thing I worry about,
But
yeah.
don't you prefer, I mean, I don't go because it scares me.
I'm like that.
I prefer not to go because I always worry that, especially with cancer and things, that they'll go, you know, I'll go there with a sore leg or something, and they'll go, no, your leg's fine, but look at this we've found in your head.
If it's a brain, you'll be laughing.
No, but do you know what I mean? They'll find something, because none of us are perfect, and as you get older, you get little moles and stuff, and they'll say, oh, we best get rid of that. And it's like, leave it alone, it's not causing any problems.
Imagine arguing! That shouldn't be there. Leave it alone, it's not good. It is, it's getting bigger and it's strangling your lungs.
But Rick's sort of like... But my point was, this is what upsets me. He constantly worries about his health. He's constantly obsessed. I found some buboes. I think I've got plague. Every 10 minutes he's got something.
I started choking once because I thought it was some dust, didn't I?
Yeah, he swallowed some dust. He started choking like he'd swallowed a fishbone, right? He was literally... I thought he was going to die.
And he
from
panicked,
dust.
and he shouted, right, I'm choking, I'm going blue, and I'm trying to hit me, and he's hitting me on the back, and he shouted, I don't know the Heimlich manoeuvre. Yeah. And I was choking and dying, but then I wanted to laugh. Because he panicked, going, it's like, if he's going to die, I want him to know that I didn't know the Heimlich manoeuvre.
I did everything I could, but I didn't know the Heimlich manoeuvre, so that was why I couldn't have saved it.
Dear.
But my point is this, he worries about his health, and yet he eats like a child. He eats crisps, constantly, Coke. He keeps going, oh, I've got a headache, drink some water.
Yeah.
No, boring, hate it.
I did say that, yeah.
Chips, pizza, sausages, beans and chips. I have never seen someone eat so much. Sausage. I don't know how he's not bored of it yet. Sausage, chips and beans. Everything that's got to have cheese on it. Parmesan cheese, please. On anything.
Why don't they leave it in a restaurant as well? Seriously, why don't they leave the Parmesan cheese? It's like it's gold dust or something. The salt, as much salt as you want, but they come along, and I found myself sneaking. I've said to Jane, look out, is the waiter looking? And I've leant over and did some more Parmesan. I feel really guilty. Just leave it.
It was on a trifle. You don't need cheese on dessert. I've explained it to you.
Oh dear.
So this is why I get angry, and that is why I got. And this is, I'll tell you this. If I had to be on, I mean, Ricky was on Room 101. If I had to be on there, I'll tell you this: Ricky Gervais would be the first person in there. He'd be straight in there, man, because I got a list as long as
What
you are.
did you think when I said annoying people, like making noises?
Unbelievable. So you talked about annoying noises, and that people that make noises that are annoying. He is the most irritating man I've ever met. And I swear to God, I don't mean that as an insult. You really are, because you go out of your way to be insulting and irritating.
Thanks.
Well, that's fine, but you'd be straight in there.
Yeah.
In fact, we should do this next week for Carl. We should draw up a list of Carl's hates, what he put in Room 101.
Oh,
Think about that next week,
That
Carl.
is genius. Next week, so we got the competition, we've got Carl. I'll tell you what, let's play a record and do White Van Carl.
Yeah.
And sum up, and just let's slam dunk this mother.
That's true enough.
What are you going to play?
Some Alpine Stars.
Okay.